All right, questions for Chet. We'll start here, the first row on the right.
Hey, Chet, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. You guys found yourselves down 7 going into the fourth, and I mean, obviously you can still win at 3-1 down, but just talk us through the fourth, and then also could you also talk a little bit about your the switches that you found yourself on, a lot of guards, and did a great job in the fourth against those guys.
We just got some big-time players that make big-time plays. I think Shea's shots were huge, and those are loud and obvious, and everybody sees them. But we had guys make plays that were, you could say, invisible, that, led to a lot of good things happening for us. So that's a great team effort right there, great team win, and we gotta keep it going.
First row right here.
Joel Lorenzi with the Oklahoma. Chet, I want to ask more specifically about the switches on Halliburton. Obviously, he's trying to put you on an island there late. What were you thinking in those moments, and sort of what did it take to sort of slow him down?
I'd just given up 2 drives right before that, so just trying to kind of learn from those and play him better in those instances. I feel like I got a good contest. He was still able to get it off, and he shoots a high arcing shot, so like the whole time it's in the air, you're just a lot's going through your mind. But I'm just glad we were able to get those stops and close out the game.
First row all the way to the left.
Chet, I'm sure your whole basketball life, there's been so much focus on your height. Did tonight you feel like your quickness impacted the game? Not just the defensive end, but all those putbacks, the second chances. It just seemed like you were first to the ball.
I feel like a little bit of it was just trying to have a intention of making winning plays, and those plays were kind of what it presented themselves. I found myself in situations where I had to try and get stops for us to win the game, and then also, try and, make winning plays for us no matter what they look like. And, if the ball bounces the other direction on some of those shots, we're not talking about that. So there's a little bit of that too, but, I guess I had a knack for being in the right spot tonight.
Fourth row to the right, Dan.
Dan Devine, Yahoo Sports. When Mark was up here, he credited Lou Dort for setting a defensive tone in the fourth quarter, and he called, I think it was Alex Caruso, a competitive monster. What did you guys get from them and from their veteran leadership, their tone setting in the fourth?
That's what I was talking about initially up here. We had a lot of guys make winning plays that can kind of be invisible to the untrained eye. It's not showing up necessarily in the stat sheet. It's not like a highlight that's going to be played over and over. It's not one single instance, but, Lou and all the other guys climbing up in the ball, and really playing some hard-nosed defense, not only sets the tone for us and all the other guys guarding, but it also kind of sets the tone for the other team. Just making things tough, and that was huge for us tonight.
Second row.
Joe Masato, the Oklahoman. Chet, Shea scored 15 of the last 16 in this one. Aside from his shot making, what stands out about maybe his demeanor or composure in big moments like this?
Yeah, I didn't know that, but that's crazy. That's impressive. We've seen it before from him. We know that that's the type of player he is. But it's still impressive. That's very impressive. I'm sure that's going to be a very small category of players that he's going to put himself in or has put himself in. With a finish to the game like that. But as much as I am impressed, I'm not surprised.
Third row on the right.
Chet, Rohan Nadkarni, NBC News. To your right, over here. When you guys went down 10 in the third quarter, the arena's getting really loud. Probably the highest pressure situation you guys have faced so far this season. What was going through your mind when you guys were facing that deficit, and how did you feel like you guys were able to weather that storm?
I can't speak for where everybody's mind was at, but I was just kind of thinking about, how to make individual plays that could put us in a better situation, not try to get a home run or make it all happen at once. I feel like we had some instances in the second quarter where, and the intentions were right. Everybody's playing super aggressive. Everybody really wants it, but we were trying to hit some home runs in the second quarter, myself included. And, I feel like in the third quarter and the fourth quarter especially, we really got to what we needed to get to when we got to what we needed to get to when we needed to get to it, and it was good for us.
Last row in the middle.
Chet right here. Jake Nissy from the Daily Mail. Mark mentioned earlier how difficult this game was. You're a team that won 68 games in the regular season. How much can you kind of learn about your team and this group on a night when it's not working that well and when you guys really have to dig deep?
I wouldn't say we learned anything about each other. We've been in tough situations before, and every single time we've come together. That doesn't mean that, we got to win the game that night, when we did see adversity. But no matter what happens, good or bad, pretty or ugly, we're always going to stick together. We're going to win together. We're going to lose together. We're going to have great moments together. We're going to fail together. No matter what happens, we're going to do it together. So I don't really see that changing ever.
All right, thanks, Chet.